Bruce was a very caring, loving person. He had a great sense of humor. He always wanted to help people, and he always wanted to make friends. He had a lot of friends.
My brother was missing. We had not heard from him. After a couple of days and nothing turned up, then you start to think the worst thing.
Everything led back to Perez. But when you can't even find the body and you don't have that one witness, you have nothing. We had a meeting about this case with the chief of detectives, and he says, well, drop everything else you're doing. This is what you're going to work on from now until you make an arrest. I'm looking at everything. Everything led back to one person. The DA's office is adamant about proof and evidence. And the DA's office say, well, detective, how you gonna prove it? You have nothing. In July, it's, I don't know, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, my phone is ringing. And I go, yes, Detective Stratford. He goes, this is Detective such and such from the 7-3 precinct. I go, yeah, what can I do for you? He goes, someone says she knows about one of your murders. And I go, did she happen to tell you which murder it was? He says, she doesn't want to talk to anybody. She wants to talk to you and only you. And I hightail it to the 7-3 precinct. I sit down, I introduce myself to her. She tells me who she is, and she has her daughter with her. And I go, hey, why don't you let them keep your daughter outside for a minute? You can talk to me. She proceeded to tell me what she knew about this case. And I go, well, why are you coming now? And, you know, she said, he hurt me once before, me and my mother, and I don't want him to do anything to my daughter and myself. And I'm telling you this now, and you need to do something about it. And I asked her, would she be willing to record him talking about it? She goes, he talks about it all the time. It's like a trophy to him about how he got away with killing this man, and I feel bad, you know, for that man's family. We just didn't want to put her in a position that she would be found out and some harm would come to her. We got a recorder for her, a mini recorder that she could use, and we showed her how to work it, how to turn it on, how to turn it off, where you should put it, and the best time to, you know, where you should be. And ultimately, you know, with the recordings, he told her what he did. And, you know, she became a witness. He goes, listen, I put him in a chokehold, I choked him out, you know, and then I tied him to a chair.
You know, I just joked it too hard, I stuck his leg.
He used bleach to clean out the drains, knew to line the apartment with plastic, you know, on the floor and on the walls. He got a saw to dismember him.
The plastic that I put down, it's a construction plastic. The real thick plastic, I put it on the floor, and I used to smoke it.
And then he just enlisted the aid of several homeless people. He paid them, they didn't know what they were doing, and they just deposited the bags that had Mr. Blackwood's remains in it in different locations around the area so that they would be picked up by sanitation. Most criminals don't sit around with their daughter and their granddaughter in another room and explain how you murdered somebody and got rid of their body, which made it that much more disgusting. I've heard some pretty bad stuff in my career. This was right up there with them.